my Russian connections. I have been the choir master at the Russian Orthodox Cathedral, St. Theodosius Cathedral, for now 43 years. I started as a child prodigy, and I mentioned St. Theodosius Cathedral because it was the mother church for a lot of the other Orthodox churches, the Greeks, the Serbians, the Syrians, the Romanians. There was only one Orthodox church, and it was a Russian Orthodox church, and it was St. Theodosius. We've had Russians in Ohio since the 1900s, and now as we talk about people who are Russian-born, who live here, whose parents or grandparents were born, we're estimating that maybe in Northeast Ohio there's something like 40,000 Russians, people of Russian heritage. I gave you a sheet here with some of the history, so I'm not going to go over the history. I want to point out what's going on now in terms of the Russian community. We're extremely excited because the Russian community soon will have a Russian cultural garden. That will be part of the whole string of gardens. And you can talk to Sveta. She is one of the spearheads for this whole thing. But the Russian gardens will be absolutely outstanding, and it will capture a lot of different dimensions of Russian culture. And so we're looking forward to that. Maybe Sveta, later you'll talk about that. Over the years, you know, Russia is a very large country. I think it spans 8 time zones, and we look at probably the largest landmass of any country. So you can have people that come from the far eastern part of Russia that look Asian. And you got people coming from the far western part of Russia who look European. A Russian sister city, over the years we have entertained doctors and city officials, lawyers. Last year we had 4 delegations from Volgograd looking at environmental issues. The Volga River, the mighty Matrosia, the Mother Russian River, Volga River, can be really pretty dirty, and so there's been many attempts to clean the Volga River, and so, and how many, y'all know the Volga boat song, right? I'll stop there. A number of years ago when I was in Volgograd, because also is the Volga River and the Don River, another large river, I was taken to a Cossack village of the Don Cossacks and actually made an honorary Cossack. And the interesting ceremony, number one, they stood me up and said every Cossack has to kind of know how to handle a sword and how to drink. So they put a sword on my hand and a large glass of vodka, and I had to drink the vodka off of the sword. I did it very well. And then they put me up on a horse and said every Cossack has to know how to ride. So I rode the horse around. And then they said every Cossack has to have a Cossack woman, so they brought up a beautiful Cossack woman who, of course, I was very delicate in kissing. And to end that, the head Cossack took his whip, hit me across the back and said, so you remember who your leader is. Anyway, that's part of the fun of being part of the Russian tradition. Russians in Ohio and Greater Cleveland for a long time. We've got many generations. We also have people who are what we call the Great Russians, who come from like Moscow, St. Petersburg, so Sveta probably represents that Moskovsky, the Moscow Russian. But then we have others who come from parts of Russia on the edge, right on the border, Ukraine, and not so Ukrainian, but come from the area called Carpatho Russia, the Carpathian Mountains. So people who call themselves Russians here may exactly be Great Russians, maybe Carpatho-Russians, maybe actually Ruthenians or Rusins, but I think if you have a feeling for the Russian culture, whatever you call yourself, I don't think that's the important thing, is you have a sense of appreciation for the Russian culture. I said I made 19 trips to Russia as the choir master at the Russian Orthodox Cathedral, even though we sing all in English. All of our music is Russian composition, so it's Russian liturgical music. So, let's see, Katyusha. Расцветали яблони и груши, поплыли тумани над рекой. В приводе Ивана перед Катюша, на высокий, на перед крутой. В приводе Ивана перед Катюша, на высокий.